hello, everybody. This is so exciting. It's so great to see all of you here today. Welcome to one of our most informational and most important Zoom meeting for 2024. This event is being recorded, as many will be listening to the recorded version of this, but we want to thank you guys for being here live today. And my name is Andres Papakostas. I've been with NHT Global for, 13 years. And some of you guys listening here today are already distributors of NHT Global. Many of you are maybe perhaps researching our company to potentially be joining us. Well, today you're gonna hear inspiring, promising, and very excited information. And we're all looking for a healthier 2025. We're looking for a wealthier 2025. And today we hope this event inspires you to take action in creating what we feel will be a legacy company for decades to come. We've got incredible guests from the field, but also from corporate that's going to share some important news and share stories, real incredible stories. And again, I hope to inspire and excite you to, again, get back to the person who perhaps maybe invited you here today. And we're looking forward for just an amazing 2025 with what we're going to be sharing with you here today. So what I'd like to do now is I want to introduce to you our first special guest. He's a 6th rank leader from Prague, Czech Republic. He just recently came back from India, where he's growing his organization with lots of many presentations and training. And Dalibor has a background in advertising and is just an outstanding leader here in NHT, but he's also an outstanding individual. So Dalibor Strop, everyone. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Dalibor.
Yes, hello, Andreas. Good to see you after a long time.
Great to see you. Great to have you here.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you. I can hear you great.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me here. It's really an honor for me to start this event, this meeting. And I was asked to talk about my vision, and vision is about what we can see. But I don't want to talk about my personal vision. I would like to talk about what I have actually seen and what I can see as a future for all of us in our business. Because you mentioned that I came back from India. I was there twice this year, and I spoke to a lot of people, a lot of our members, and a lot of prospects, of course. And I have seen something that I never seen before, or I've seen it in much bigger scale this year and now. Because of what's happening in the world, it's quite crazy. We thought that COVID is something really difficult, but I really, remembering COVID as a very nice time comparing to what's happening right now. So a lot of people are actually still looking for some quick fixes for their problems in terms of health, in terms of money. And I am now old enough to understand that these things usually doesn't work. And when I was talking to these people and I share with them that I've been with NHT for 16 years, they've been quite impressed. And I have noticed that many of them just didn't ask me more questions about NHT. They naturally understood that there must be something that is holding people like me, like you, like many of us that are here with NHT for many, many years, that is holding us with NHT and building the business together. So one of the things that I can see as a vision for all of us for 2025 is that many people need really serious help. And if they are open after all these scams and get rich quick type of schemes with no products, with crazy stuff, happening in their corporate they will really appreciate something stable. Stable leaders like you, Andreas, like Joe, Dan, and many of us that are, with NHT for over a decade now. That's one thing. I can see that this is a huge opportunity. Just telling people that leaders that have been with NHT for a long time are still with NHT, and that they can see the reasons why they are there. Products, compensation plan, the corporate, the support, other people, friends, building the business in a natural way, not just, paying leaders to come and all these crazy things that are happening in our industry, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that I can see as a vision for all of us. Next vision, I can see that in this environment, we have too many distractions. People cannot focus for more than 5 minutes. If they watch video on YouTube for 5 minutes, it's like a huge success. Now we all scroll through Facebook, or not. I'm trying not to, but everybody is doing that, sometime. And we are actually dealing with that with our prospects, because we can't focus them on, simple conversation. So my vision in this point, I have only 3, so it will not be long, but in this point is that we should really focus on understanding what is their need and try to distract them from the constant flow of too many information. We will not be successful in what we are doing in promoting our business and our products by simply telling us how great we are. We have to distract them and find out what they really need and see if what we have is maybe even a fit for them. So that's maybe something that people don't really understand, but I believe that people that are long time enough in the business, they understand what I'm talking about. If it doesn't make sense to you, then I would suggest you to connect with some of your uplines, people that are longer in the business, and they will definitely explain you this concept. And one more thing is AI is everywhere. Everybody is talking about AI. A lot of people are afraid of AI, that, AI will take our jobs and, all these crazy stuff. I don't believe that everything will be that bad. I actually believe that AI can help us a big way. One little tip, you can ask AI to respond to your prospect in a nice, positive way with the intention to maybe ask them if they are open to hop on a Zoom call. And you will be surprised how differently the AI will respond to the same, maybe a little bit negative message, or maybe a lot of negativity in the message, and how greatly will AI handle the message, and it can help you big way in your business.
I think you did a fantastic job. So let's move on to, I have the honor of introducing to you the president of NHT Global, and that's Mr. Chris Sharm. Mr. Chris Sharm has been the president of our company since 2007. Got over 25 years of experience in financing and accounting, and you're not going to find many presidents of direct sales company with this type of experience, and it really is the reason why NHT Global stands financially strong today. And right now you're going to hear Chris share the strength of our finances and what that means going into 2025. And if you're a numbers individual and you want to take a look at dive deeply into dissecting a successful company, you're going to like this information that Chris is going to share. So I'm going to do that. Chris, go ahead.
Hi, my dear NHT Global family members. My name is Chris Sharm. I'm the company's president. First of all, I'd like to thank Dan Catto and Joe Garcia for giving me this opportunity to speak with you. On October 30th, the company released our third quarter financial results. I would like to take this chance to share with you what we released on that day and some additional thoughts that we have. Our third quarter financial statements show that we achieved a 1% increase in our worldwide revenue in the third quarter of 2024 compared to the third quarter of 2023. That is not to be taken for granted, and I'd like to get into a little bit more details with you. Our most important market is in Greater China, consisted of Hong Kong as well as the mainland China. And that market, we managed to accomplish a 5% increase year on year. And you might have read or seen some recent developments in the Chinese economy. There is pervasive and severe pessimism among the consumer sentiment, and the significant economic slowdown in China is impacting all kinds of consumer-facing companies. But we still manage to increase the business by 5%. And our business in China, unlike many of the other companies operating in this space, have been stable for the last 2 years. And I will get back to that a little bit more with you later. And the other markets that we have seen significant increases over the comparable period a year ago would include Russia and Kazakhstan, the remarkable Commonwealth of Independent States market. Despite the sanctions, despite the turmoil, we have a 13% increase year on year in the third quarter. It's just a huge tribute to our leaders in Russia and our employees, their amazing resilience and perseverance and strong motivation and very active performance in this market. And then also in the third quarter, we saw a 30% increase year on year in our Indian market. And we have a very active roadshow going on right now. It's a collaboration between our local leader, our international leader, Dalibor, and also our management team, and has shown great results. In addition, some other markets are in the rebuilding mode and that have demonstrated very, very good increases over the last 2 or 3 quarters within 2024. And the examples include India, that has been increasing over the preceding quarter by 4%. Our European market was up by 7% from the second quarter to the third quarter, overcoming the usual seasonality in the summertime. And Russia and Kazakhstan, I showed you just earlier that they have achieved a year-on-year increase. And from the second quarter to the third quarter, there's a 26% increase in Russia and Kazakhstan. In the market of Peru, we had an increase consecutively or sequentially from the second quarter to the third quarter of 29%. And then Japan had an increase from the second to the third quarter by 43%. Another important part of the financial statements, as we disclosed, was our balance sheet. We continue to show very, very strong financial resources, as can be seen on the balance sheet. $26 million.
Yeah, we have $46 million of cash and cash equivalents.
This company has no debt whatsoever. We did not take out any bank loan. We don't have a line of credit. We did not issue bond in the capital market. We're not encumbered by any kind of covenants or requirements. All of our resources are here dedicated to supporting our business and supporting our members. So we have very strong balance sheet and very strong resources. Another aspect of the financial statements that we released on October 30th for the third quarter of 2024 is the all-important measurement of earnings per share, or EPS. Earnings per share on our outstanding almost 12 million shares for the shareholders improved in the first 9 months of 2024 compared to 2023 by 2 cents on each of the 12 million shares outstanding. And this measurement also has shown, in addition to being a year-on-year improvement, we have continued to enhance and improve our operating results quarter to quarter consecutively for 3 quarters in a row. The next thing I want to mention about our financial performance for the third quarter of 2024 is our cash flow from operations. The business, or any business, is in the service of generating cash flow from our operations. So this is a financial measurement. Our cash flow from operations in the first 9 months of the year improved by $1.7 million compared to a year ago. So we'll continue to generate cash, and we're doing more of it this year. So that was a quick summary of the highlights of our financial statements. You may know that the vast majority of the players in this space are private. We've been hearing very, very bad scenarios, very bad pictures overall from many corners of this business. But the vast majority of the companies are private. Occasionally, some leaders will mention some anecdotes. Maybe this company is doing better, or that company is having a very good result, or something about their marketing or products. But those are really bits and pieces. We really don't know how well or how poorly these private companies are doing. It's part of the reason that we're doing better. We're stable in China. Not just the only reason, but it's part of the reason. I would encourage you to watch out for these opportunities. There are people out there from these peer companies and many, many other companies, public or private. They're looking for a place, looking for a better and more stable opportunity. We will be there to support you. But to capture, to lean in this window of opportunity provided by our industry, as leaders, you will have to make personal investment of your time, your effort, to take advantage of this opportunity that's currently available right now. And you need to own the opportunity and own the results and the fruit of the opportunities that you could take advantage of right now. And I prepare a short video to show you the highlights of some of the 2024 market activities. I would like to emphasize that we have found success in-person meetings, events, and training, mostly sponsored, mostly organized by the leaders. And they, in general, are smaller in scale than before the pandemic. That is simply the reality. Okay. And in China, we cannot host large events anymore. But more in-person activities, actively organized and sponsored by the leaders, has generated consistent results in our analysis and observation. So let me show you some of the highlights of our 2024 activities. moving forward into the fourth quarter and beyond, we have a very busy product pipeline. In the fourth quarter, we have a new flavor, Collagen Supreme, a very popular product with an exciting new taste. And then we have a brand new product of hair serum that promotes hair growth. And our beloved Dr. Ben Backler is on a roadshow promoting these two products in Hong Kong and China in the fourth quarter, really as we speak. In the first quarter, we will have further extension of a very successful franchise, Twin Slim. We will introduce tomato soup and also coffee as a meal replacement product in Twin Slim's branding. We've been working on a new back office and a new website. The two of them are somewhat linked for a while now. We're getting closer and closer to the grand introduction and make this incredible product, incredible feature available to our members. The new back office and the new website will include new features that will give our members business snapshots and enhanced analytics, a messaging system, and seamless shopping opportunities to further enable you to develop your business. The new website should include innovative and creative designs, and the product pages that will be most informative, that show you all the information you need in our products. And the new website and the back office will both mobile friendly. That will allow you to take your business and all the information anywhere and everywhere you go. Here we prepare a demonstration video to show you our brand new back office and the new website that's upcoming.
Say hello to an all-new online experience with a brand new NHT Global website, optimized and redesigned with a dynamic new look. And that's not all. We're also introducing our most advanced back office ever, enhanced to elevate your NHT Global business with exciting new tools and features to empower your success. Business Snapshot makes it easier to monitor your business performance and qualification status, provides a crystal clear picture of what's working and what needs more attention. IRP Tracker helps you track your progress toward achieving the next IRP rank in real time. New chat feature to ensure that you stay connected and engaged with your teams and customers, anytime, anywhere. A report center with deeper analytics into your team activity and business results, giving you more data-driven insights to help you reach your goals. Plus, a resource library for easy access to best-in-class sales tools and training materials. All of the resources you need to grow your business, all in one place. And so much more, seamlessly integrated into one cutting-edge platform.
Now, not a moment too soon, the brand new market of Colombia is here. We had our pre-launch event in Bogota on September 14, 2024, with 83 very enthusiastic attendees attending. And we have started to take orders in this market about a month ago. And you too can expand your business to Colombia. In summary, we have learned a great deal in 2024. And we're planning very hard for 2025. We still have 2 months to go in 2024, so I will urge all of you to continue working hard to build a very strong foundation in the remaining months in 2024. What we do learn going forward is that first and foremost, we focus on the basics of the business. We put our leaders front and center and at the heart of our business model. No online gimmicks, no technology, however fancy, could replace the charisma, the personality, and the wisdom of our NHT Global leaders. We will be behind you every step of the way, and you are at the core, at the heart of our business model. You had to be in person, focusing, working on events and meetings. Nothing can replace that. And that is the most important lesson we learned from 2024. Also important, what we learned in 2024 that we will apply in the year coming up is that our leaders, you had to lead by example. You had to qualify for the incentives. These are the best marketing tools that we provide for your business development, and you yourself will have to take the lead to qualify for these incentives, and that cannot be replaced by anything else. That is a very important lesson we learned in 2024 as well. And then I mentioned earlier, in 2024, in this challenging environment, you are working with a stable, a strong NHT Global. We could provide a lot of opportunities that are currently available in the industry. There are a lot of good people out there. They're looking for opportunities, a place to land. This is a great environment for your NHT Global business development. I urge you to seize the opportunity, and we'll be there to support you. Once again, I'd like to thank you for your time. I'd like to thank Dan and Joe for the time that you have given me to talk to you. I would like to wish you a very successful meeting today and have a very strong conclusion for the year 2024, which we think that is a year of resilience and perseverance. And then we can move on to, with 2024 as a strong foundation, a year in 2025 of growth and expansion. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris, for the amazing information and kind of the insights to our business model. We're transparent, and that's one of the benefits of our company is that we're a public traded company. As Chris mentioned, in regards to privately held companies, you don't really know what's going on. You don't know if what they're sharing is actually real and true. And for those of you that have been in the industry for at least 10, 15 years, we're fortunate to have somebody like Chris as the president of our company. So I hope you took what he shared and kind of just open your eyes to the bigger picture. Especially when we as field leaders go out there and we build a business and we do our meetings and we share our experiences and we share the benefits, to have that backing of the numbers behind the scenes that you do not see in this industry is very, very promising, and in my opinion is very unmatched in the industry. I'd like to introduce to you to another global ambassador I have the honor of introducing, who's made over $25 million, who currently resides in California. Ma Ling was a teacher in a university in China, who came to the United States in I believe in 2002. Again, resides in California. With her success in the NHT Global business, she was able to make this move and live out her dream. She just recently donated, again, $500,000 to a local kids hospital in Vancouver, in Canada. Very big in giving back to her community, based on just her gratitude of what she's been doing with the NHT Global business. She is a remarkable servant leader. And she has a short message to all of you. So let's bring Ma Ling. Here we go.
亲爱的 NHT 家人们，大家好！非常开心今天能跟各位来谈一谈关于我们 NHT 的事业的未来。我们 NHT 公司已经成立将近25周年了，以一个生命的状态来讲，25年刚好是青壮年时代。未来的事业一定会越来越兴旺，因为一个成熟的公司会带给大家事业的保障。单卡图就我都已经在这个事业上经营超过20多年了。我们特别感恩 NHT 事业带给我们的改变，让我和我的家人以及我周边的朋友可以在获得身体健康的同时也获得了财务的提升。我坚信大家认真的在这个系统中，在这个公司的提供的事业中不断的提升自己，专业的来经营团队，未来各位的事业一定会飞黄腾达。在这个事业中，大家真正要注意的就是一定要有明确的事业目标，不断的去思考、规划、执行你在这个事业中的周密的计划，而随着计划的不断实施，各位的短期、中期、长期的目标就一定会得到实现。更重要的是，大家在这个事业中一定要不断的以领导人的要求来要求自己，因为您在这个事业中的成长过程中，您不仅自我获得了成长，更重要的是你带着团队的所有的核心成员获得成长。所以他在获取各种收益的同时，我们的人生也得到了丰富的完美。所以呢，特别感恩大家能够选择我们的 NHT 事业。在这个事业中，我们真的收获太多了，提升了自己的个人素质，提升了自己的健康的水准，同时也更完美了每个人的人格。我们热爱这个事业，也特别期望在公司25年周庆的时候，我们能够看到各位成功的身影，听到你们分享的话语，因为我们是一家人。特别感恩在25年前 NHT 公司为很多的平凡人提供了这样的一个事业机会，让我们能够在这个年纪还能够跟互联网打交道，同时呢，让我们成为互联网的宠儿。所以这是一个大家值得追求的和执行的这样的一个事业。那么在这个事业中呢，大家学会经营系统，因为系统为王的时代到了。真的唯有系统可以让我们通往财务自由。那我相信呢，系统会令各位在这个学习成长过程中也是收获满满，因为它不仅教会我们如何经营管理，成就一个团队，更重要的是在整个团队成长过程中，我们也个人成长为超级有魅力和领导力的领袖。所以这个事业真的特别值得大家来坚持，因为坚持是真正展现人性魅力的一个元素。我们常常说，相信是起点，坚持是终点。我们也坚信2025年一定会 成为我们事业再度起飞的年度。也在这里衷心的祝福我们所有的家人心想事成，万事如意。
Awesome. Thank you to Marling. Just an incredible human, an incredible leader here in NHT Global. And, you know, for those of you that are part of our NHT Global family, this next global ambassador doesn't need an introduction, but he's going to get one because he means so much to so many people here in NHT Global. His leadership, his commitment to helping people develop themselves personally so they can build a thriving business in NHT Global is truly unmatched. His global success started, you know, in 2001, and it hasn't stopped here in NHT Global. Obviously, his career has started beyond that, but it's one of our greatest assets here in NHT Global. But really, at least for me, and I know for so many in life as well, I'm glad to call him a close friend, a business partner, and a mentor. And I'd like to bring up the great Joe Garcia.
Thank you, Andreas. My audio is good?
Your audio is fantastic. You look great.
Great. Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing today? And you're doing an incredible job here today, Andreas. I appreciate you and your energy you've brought to this event. You know, Dan and I have been doing these events all over the world. You know, for example, this morning, we got up at 5 this morning to do one in Asia for our Japanese market. And it's really a pleasure to be speaking to all of you in the English-speaking markets. As Andreas has shared with you, this is being recorded, and the recording will be uploaded sometime next week. A lot of incredible information. And I was just thinking about, guys, ladies and gentlemen, 24 years ago, around this time of year, Dan and I were sitting down in his home, and we knew that NHT Global was going to launch in January of the next year, 2001. So we sat down planning our vision of what we wanted our future to look like, our dream. And we wanted to build a business because we understood the internet was going to change the world. We understood that the first time in the history of mankind, someone like us, average working people, had big dreams that could build a global, massive global business. And so our dream was to go into every corner of the world. And we started in January, third week of January in 2001 in the United States. We were Canadians. We weren't even open up in Canada yet. We launched in Canada that year, May, and then Australia, New Zealand in August of that year. And then we ended up going into Taiwan, and then Hong Kong, and then China. So we rapidly started to grow. So Dan and I took our vision, our money, and started to travel all over the world, launching and opening markets. And 24 years later, we just launched the incredible, beautiful country of Colombia, our 51st market. Back then, it was a vision. Today, it's a reality, 24 years later. And in 2026, we're going to all be celebrating our 25th anniversary. It'll be in June 2026 in either Hong Kong or Macau. So write that down. You're going to need to be there. 25th anniversary. And what Chris Sharon has shared with you here today, and I always tell people this, that you and I, and most of us, all of us on this Zoom here today, and we'll be watching in the future, we need and we deserve full transparency. We would never go buy a business. You know, let's say someone came to you and said, well, there's an opportunity to buy the #1 restaurant in the world. It's in Delhi. You wouldn't believe how successful they've been in the last 10 years. Even with them saying how great that restaurant is and it's #1 in the world, you're going to want to have full transparency. You're not going to invest in the business without seeing the results, seeing the financials, seeing if there's any debt that the restaurant has, seeing if there's any things that you hiding under the covers. Because if you don't, it'll be a massive mistake. A lot of you that are in your 40, let's say you're 40 years old today, and 78 is the average age that people live to. If you're on the NH2 Global products, and all of us are, you're going to live a lot longer than that, more than likely. So that means that you have 38 more summers to go. When you look at time, Andreas, we did a conference last week for his team, and he used a yardstick, Andreas?
The life stick.
The life stick. Yeah, that was a powerful visual. So 38 summers to go. We can make money with NHT, with this incredible business model, or whatever. If you've developed the skills, you can make money, but you can never get back your time. So we all deserve transparency. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people enrolling in a network marketing company today that have no idea the financial picture of that company, have no idea within 2 or 3 years that company may be under or merging with another company. And there's a lot of those companies, as Chris had shared, that are in financial challenges because of the pandemic, because of too much debt, et cetera, et cetera. So today I want to be speaking to those people who want to make money. Who wants to make money? Awesome. I love the hands up. So, you know what the number one problem in the world, Andreas, is? Number one problem in the world still today is finances. Do you know in North America? I'm going to give you some facts, ladies and gentlemen. In the major cities in North America, so you got New York, number one, Los Angeles, number two, third biggest city is Toronto, fourth biggest city is Chicago. In these 4 cities, the food banks has dramatically, the people that are using food banks in these cities have dramatically increased since the pandemic. You know that the largest percentage are working people. Working people that in the Western world, in 2 of the richest countries in the world, need food banks, and they have a job and they're getting paid. They still don't have enough to pay for their bills, to put food on the table. They need help. Why? Because of inflation. Why? Because of housing. Speaking to a gentleman yesterday that I'm coaching, he made in his job $80,000 in his job last year, and he's paying over $5,000 in rent in his home. He's barely getting by. He's falling behind every single month. So what? Good news though, guys. Great news, incredible news, is there's more opportunity in this world than ever. Dan and I are great examples. Molly's a great example that we can work from home and build a multi-billion-dollar business. We've done it basically with a phone, with an iPhone. And what Chris has shared with you today is we have an incredible opportunity here. I believe the number one business model in the world, stable, that's going to be here for next 10 to 20 years. A lot of people ask me, Joe, what is your vision? What is Dan's vision moving forward? We want to build a legacy company. We are building a legacy company. You know what a legacy company is? Because we're now at the age where a lot of our friends have passed away. Our aunts and uncles are passing away. I lost my dad last year. And wouldn't it be great where you can pass your income down to your kids and your grandkids? To your kids and your grandkids. So I'm speaking to those people here that want to make money today. And I'm going to show you right now how to make a minimum $500 US a month residually. A lot of people say, well, Joe, $500 a month is not that much. I got it based on the statistics in the richest countries in the world. Never mind India, the beautiful country of India, and all the third world markets in Asia and Eastern Europe. Never mind those markets. But in North America, Canada, and the United States, you know that the average working person, working class, middle class, are 3 months away from going bankrupt if they lose their job. You know what an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month would do for someone in a family? Think about that. So what I'd like you all guys to do right now is just close your eyes. Visualize what your dream is in 2025. Maybe it is the $500 extra dollars a month. Maybe it's $5,000 a month. Maybe it's $10,000 a month. Maybe it's crazy money after that. Visualize what would the money do for your family. Maybe that extra $500 a month is going to get you a luxury vacation that you haven't been with your family. Maybe it's to put away for your kids' education 10, 15 years from now. What would that do? You know that the 30-year-olds today, the millennials today in North America and Europe, Western Europe, have more debt at the age of 30 than their parents did. They're the first generation that are going to have that are worse off financially than their parents in the history of mankind. Do you know that millennials, the chances of them saving enough money to buy a home, which is the North American dream, the American dream, is dramatically reduced in this last decade. Less than 50% of millennials will ever have a chance to buy a home. Think about that. Think about that. They're now understanding that even with the millennials, that a job won't take care of all their needs. They're going to need to find something extra. And because of technology, Dalibor talked about it. By the way, Dalibor I was so proud of him in his 5 minutes there. It was incredible what he's talked about, that vision. So how do you make a minimum $500 a month? So first step is understanding. All entrepreneurs know, and they should know, where they're going to make the money in their business, where they need to focus on a daily basis. So in NHT, you get paid for doing basically two things: sharing the product and sharing the business model. And we've got incredible tools, third-party tools that help you. For example, English website, ynht.com, where you can take someone there and watch a live business presentation from the great Andreas. You don't even have to learn how to do a presentation to start off with. You can just send them there. You got to learn how to follow up within 48 hours. Create a sense of urgency with that. So those are the two areas: sharing the product, sharing the business, the two main areas that will make you money in NHT Global. So next step is you need to decide activity goal and how many people you're going to share on a daily basis. So let's say, for example, your goal for 2025 is to do it once a day. Once a day. Before, when we got started in NHT, we didn't have social media. There were times I had to go out on the world and just meet people, meet new people to talk about NHT. Now we can do it from the comfort of our home. There's so many strategies, incredible strategies, in how you can do it through social media and how you can get referrals, and so many strategies that you have that you can get on our website, training site, steamteam.ca, and learn how those strategies. But just one a day, it's 365 people. Statistics will tell you about 10% will enroll, and a couple of things will happen as you move forward in your business and you do it over and over and over again, these contact and inviting skills. You will get really good by the time you get to 100 and 200 and 300. You will know how to contact people. You will know how to follow up very quickly just by the activity. So one a day, that's 365. 10%, that's 36 people enrolled in 2025. All you have to do is find 2 out of those 36 that will just duplicate you. I can guarantee you, if you do that, just that, you will get to the first rank in the IRP and NHT, and you will be consistently, not talking about retailing the product wholesaling the product. I'm talking about in the cycle part of the compensation plan, the first rank where you have to do 5,000 on one side, 2,500, you will earn at least $500 a month on that strategy. I can guarantee you. Here is what happened to me and Dan and I in our first year in NHT. My vision, we had just had one product. So I knew that I needed to get that product out there. I knew I needed to share the vision of NHT through Dan in my eyes. So my goal was to connect to 3 new people a day. There were times in 2001 where I had to, at 10:30 at night, find that extra person. Who am I going to talk to here, And just to finish my activity goal. In the first year, over 900 people I spoke to. Over 125 people said yes. That meant I had over 800 no's. Wow, what a rejection. How did you get through all that rejection, Joe? I had a dream, which is the next step, is you have to be very clear on your dream. When the dream is clear, when the vision is clear, the work becomes much easier. When the dream is clear and you fall in love with it, all distractions go away. You can overcome those distractions. When the dream is clear, and you fall in love with it, the world must give it to you. God will give it to you. That's how the universe works, ladies and gentlemen, through perfect science. So how did we do in the first year? We did $20 million in sales just through that activity in our first year in NH2 Global. $20 million. Dan did the same activity. I can remember in the first 90 days, we were up till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, making calls, sharing the word. That's the passion that we had in sharing the opportunity, because we knew we could change people's lives all over the world. What if you just taught one person in your group to do what you just did? What would their life look like? When Molly had donated that $500,000 to the Prime Minister of Canada, how proud Dan and I were. Like, it was tears down our face. We were so emotional by something that we helped start and founded, that one of our distributors, business partners, was able to do something like that and change someone's life. So the last thing I want to share with you, everyone, is this is a profession. This is a business. If you want to earn the kind of money that will accomplish your dreams and goals, you got to treat it as a business. You got to become a professional. So what do doctors and lawyers do? What does a hockey player that makes the NHL or a football player that plays in the Premier League do? Is they understand, in order to become a professional, they need to work on themselves every single day. It needs to be a passion. And if you don't work on yourself, as Dalbert shared with you, the distractions on the internet, the toxicity that you're going to be exposed to, the weeds will take you over. So it's so important that every day you work on yourself. Many of you have heard me say this 1,000,000 times, but work on yourself. Dan Caddo, when I first got started in this industry in 93, June 23rd, 1993, he was in the back, he was doing the presentation. I'm in the back of the room, and Dan was talking about what he did. He stopped listening to Michael Jackson and Madonna in the car. Okay, I was listening to Scorpions, by the way, Dan. He was listening to Michael Jackson. And he turned his car into a university. Wow, no wonder Dan was so successful. When I sat down with Dan and asked him what his vision was, he opened his calendar, his binder, his planner that he carried with him every time he went out. And on the first page was his dream home on the beach, where he was going to spend the winters. No wonder Dan is spending the winters in Florida today, and has been for the last couple of decades. No wonder, because he had it in front of him. That was his vision. So work on yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025. And I can guarantee you, if you continue to do that, when you become aware, your thoughts become more clearer, your belief will increase, you will change your identity. And when you change your identity, your dreams will end up coming true. You will be manifesting great things in your life. But I don't want you to stop there. I want you to start teaching that to your people, making sure that they get in. Because what happens in the first month of the business is they come into the business, and if they had the kind of rejection I had in the first year, in the first month, they're going to be out of the business, because it's tough. You know, there's a part of our brain called the gatekeeper. And the gatekeeper there is to hold you into your beliefs. Anything else outside of those beliefs, it has some incredible tools like worry, fear, anger, frustration. And that gatekeeper will continue to drive it every day. So they need to have a dream and work on themselves for them to go out and build their vision here with NH2 Global. I'm excited, guys, for 2025, 26. Every day I'm excited. My commitment and Dan's commitment to you are 150% as always. You know, and we are committed to do whatever it takes to help you reach your dreams. Thanks very much for joining us here today. Incredible job, Andreas. Incredible job, Dalibor. I really appreciate you guys. And our next speaker is going to blow you away. My business partner, Dan Caddo. I know you're going to invite him on. God bless you, all of you. Big hug. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Eid. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year.
So happy. Guys, first of all, thank you so much, Joe. And just for those of you guys that are watching or hearing of Joe for the first time, this is Joe every single day, whether it's 10 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning. That's the energy he brings. He's just a truly remarkable individual. I love you, brother. I appreciate you. And I know a lot of people that are watching and listening to you right now feel the exact same way. So thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, you keep hearing this name because Joe mentioned him several times. And when you talk about legends in the direct sales industry, this global ambassador comes to mind to many people in our industry. That is our global ambassador, Dan Caddo. And, you know, Dan has a unique ability to share stories in ways that inspire you, uplifts you through his personal experience. And to have Dan Caddo as a friend, as a business partner, as a mentor, as a resource, is to have one of the greatest legends in the industry of network marketing in your own corner. So it's an honor and a privilege to bring him on board. Dan Caddo, everyone.
Thank you. Andreas, thank you for the kind introduction. And hello, everyone. This is the first call that we've had for all of the calls that Joe and I have had over the last 5 days. We've had now 6 major calls in all of our major markets virtually around the world, and every single one of them have been through translation. So this is our first flow through English webinar Zoom that we've done, and it's all for you, obviously. Andreas, it is an exciting time for us, and so many great points have just been brought up here in the last hour and a half. I want to hit on a few, and you've brought up 1 or 2 here, Dalibor, on a couple of very, very strong, significant points about who we are today, but most importantly, where we're going in 25 and beyond. Chris Sharn had brought up the numbers and the stability of our company, the foundation of our company, why we've been here so long. You know, we can't take this for granted in what we have and what we've accomplished. Joe had talked about legacies, and we are a legacy company here today. There's only a sprinkle, a handful of companies today that have gone in excess of 20 years. We're going into, we're going to be 25 years here very, very shortly. And Joe and I have been around since the very beginning. But, we've talked about the strength of the company. The core of the company is the people. So we've looked at the foundation of the company and what we've done. And Chris has been able to eloquently share with everyone where the company's been, especially just recently, and what we've been able to do with our peer group out there, with the competition, you call it competition within our profession, and where we stand. As a company to be around over 20 years is a landmark in this industry. If you look at the foundation again of it, it's really our people. They say that long-term success comes from long-term relationships. Long-term relationships, you're going to have long-term success. Andreas, we go back a long time. You and Joe connected, and that's how you got involved in the business. We've got a number of people that are on this call here today. There's so many people that have been with us today that are getting paid on business that they brought into their business over 20 years ago. So we've got people that have brought in business back in 2002, 2003, customers that they brought into the business that they had built back over 20 years ago that are still getting paid today. We've got people that are 15 years, 10 years, 5 years here with NHT that are getting paid on the business that they brought in 5, 10, 15, and over 20 years ago. So looking forward to where do you want to be? 25, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, and 25 years. It's the things that you do. It's those simple little things that Joe had talked about that you do every day, compounded over time, that will dictate where you're going to be in 25 and beyond. But let's take a look at commitment. You can see through Chris's talk here how committed NHT Global is to us, how committed they've been over the last 23, 24 years. Gang, for all of us, you can have that luxury car. You can have that luxury home. You can have that luxury vacation. You can have the residual income. You can have that extra $1,000 a month. You can have that time freedom. You can become your own boss. You can fire your boss wherever you are. Going into business for yourself, you can become a multi-millionaire, and we can say that from a compliance standpoint. Molly has earned over $25 million here with us since she got started. These are incredible stories. People usually do things out of inspiration or desperation. That's generally when someone draws a line in the sand and they take action. But the true success that you're going to have in 2025 and your vision for 25 has really got to come from you, because the company is committed to you. We're committed to give these great products, the great compensation plan. The products work. The comp plan works. The business works. All of this works. The results are here. The key part to this is, are you prepared to work? Do what you have to do for the next several years and beyond to have the things that you really want. When Joe talked about vision and dreams, I remember hearing that years ago. When the vision is clear, the work is easy. When the vision isn't clear, the work is hard. Be crystal clear on what you want. Be crystal clear, because it's here. All the things that you basically want in life, and they have sampled the top 10 things that families want, individuals want in their life, from freedom, independence, being their own boss, luxury car, luxury home, luxury vacation, time with their kids. All of those things are here. It is all here. What we can't do, we can't lift your weights for you. If you go to the gym, you got to lift the weights. This is your business. We're here to support you, and boy, are we committed. Andreas is committed to you. NHT Global is committed to you. Chris Sharn is committed to you. Sarfraz Khan and what's happening in India, to his organization and to his team of Eagles, he is committed to you. I'm committed to you. Joe Garcia is committed to you. The key here is, are you committed to you and your family, and where do you really want to be in 25 and beyond? You know, when I go back in 1988, I share this story once in a while. A lot of people have heard the story. If you haven't, I'm going to share it. But back in 1988, when I got started off in this industry, I was not at a very good point in my life. I had spent 10 years in the corporate world, 2 years in private business, and I had just lost virtually everything. It was the spring of 1988. I was going through a bankruptcy, a divorce. I got really sick with colitis and Crohn's, ended up in the hospital. I was there for 2 months. I got out, had to move back in with mom and dad. I went on government assistance. I was on unemployment insurance when I was introduced to this industry. I was introduced to this profession, this opportunity, and I saw all of the things, the possibilities that were there. All the possibilities were there. I had to do it though. They provided the support. They provided the opportunity. NHT is providing you the support. NHT is providing you the opportunity. It's all here. You don't have to go anywhere else. We've got 50 million cash in the bank, 23 and a half, 24 years behind us. We're going to go for the next 25 years in a business that you can pass down to your kids. But again, it's you drawing a line in the sand. How bad do you want it? Are you committed to your future? Are you committed to your family's future? Are you committed to your children's future? Do you want to build a legacy for your kids? It's up to you. We can't do that for you, but we can provide that opportunity and all of that support. We've done it for 24 years. We're going to do it for the next 24 years, and we will not stop. You saw the new products that have just been introduced. Think about it. How many bald people do you know? How many people do you know that like drinking coffee and need to lose some weight? I mean, it is a no-brainer, the stuff that we've got. I think Joe Garcia is growing more hair already. I mean, Joe's never looked this good. I mean, he's using the product. I don't need to use the product, Andreas. I think you're pretty good too. But you know the message here? We have it here. We have all of it, and it's up to you. So, gang, when I got started years and years ago in this industry, I was not dealing from a position of strength. I didn't have the capital. I didn't have the higher education. I didn't have the self-confidence, but I had the desire to get out of where I was to go to where I really wanted to be. For me and my future family, which I have today. Today, I am reaching you from South Florida. I'm right on the ocean here, just north of Miami. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, nearly 80 degrees Fahrenheit. For all of you Celsius that are out there, it's about 33, 34 degrees. But it is absolutely blistering hot in terms of our opportunity here with NHT. Gang, Joe and I, we care for you. We're committed to you. We're committed to you for the next 20, 25, and 30 years and beyond. This is something that you can pass down to your kids. It's happening today already in our organizations. We have these new products that'll be here in 25. We've got the new technology that you see that we're going to be introducing in 25 with a new back office that is going to be mobile friendly. You know, for non-techies like Dan Cato, who's, you know, I have more in common with Fred Flintstone and a Pilgrim than I do with a millennial and a Z generation. But I get it and understand it. These tools are helping support us in what we're doing. Chris has brought that to us. We've got exotic locations that are coming with our new vacation trips that are happening. We've got Macau and Hong Kong that's coming up, and I want to see all of you there. I just got back from Paris with my wife. We had an absolutely incredible time in Paris. It is just a sample again of what we have that's coming again in the future here in 25. But really, gang, it is up to you. So from me, my wife, Big Joe, Andreas, and all of you out there, I want to thank you for 2024, all the way back to 2001. I think Garth Wright may be on our call here today. Garth is one of our longest standing distributors. He was with us. I think Stuart Daniel, gentleman that I know for about 30 years, is on our call here today, who's been with us for a long, long time. So I'm reaching out to all of you today, to every one of you. India, I know, is on this call here today. A lot of our English-speaking markets that we have in Eastern and Central Europe are on this call here today. But we love you all. We look forward to seeing all of you in 25. So a big Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, have a great holiday, a great New Year, and take advantage of these great promotions that I know Andreas is going to share with you, because we've got about another, Andreas, 9 or 10 days to still qualify for Maldives, to qualify for the cruise, depending on what market you're in right now. You can be on a cruise in the coming year. You can be in the Maldives in, I believe that's in North Africa, in the coming year. And you've got these incredible promotions and incentives that you're going to be talking about and sharing with everyone here as we wrap up. So, gang, thanks again for 24. Looking forward to 25 with you. Andreas, back to you, my friend.
Awesome. Fantastic. Dan, thank you so much. I do want to share something. There's a lot of nuggets that I've learned from you over the course of actually not just being in NHT, but prior, when I was in another company, I had a good relationship with Joe, and I had the honor to learn about you and hear from you, right? But this is something that stuck with me that I actually share, that I want to share with here. And I want to give kudos to you because I heard it from you. And that is, there's so many people today that are looking at careers so they can work for whatever years those are, 20, 30, 40 years. Now it's like 15 years and everyone changes a career, right? Mm-hmm. And it is, why get into a business that you want to retire from when you can get involved in a business that you can retire into?
Correct.
Wow, that hit me so hard. That was so massive for me.
Yeah.
To this day, every single day, everything that I do is not to get away from, but to do more of. And so I thank you for that. And that was a big visual, but it was a big principle for me. And I just love you. So.
And Andreas, just to comment on that, there is so many of our people that have been with us for 15 and 20 years and more than 20 years that have retired into our business. I mean, these are guys and gals that are, my age. I'm 69. Thank God for these products. But, there's so many that are in their 60s and their 70s, and they're active in the business, and it gives them the juice. It gives them purpose. It keeps them current. Thank God for these products. I mean, they fit right into where you'd be taking these products and be looking for something like this anyway. So, and the freedom to travel. I mean, it fits with everything. So a great point. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. So guys, again, having someone like Dan and Joe and the leaders you've heard here, again, I use this word often, and I sincerely mean it. I've been in the industry for a long time, and not just in network marketing, but in traditional business. It's unmatched. And I sincerely mean that. But before I go into the promotions, and we got something exciting for everybody that's here today, so please hang on tight. I want to bring Joe back on so he can kind of share just an important reminder, but also a message on what just recently happened. And I want to bring him back on to kind of share, because it's important to us and it's important to everybody who knew this individual. So Joe, feel free to chime right back on.
Thank you, Andreas. Thank you. From the beginning, 2001, Dan and I have really embraced the family atmosphere within NH2 Global, the commitment to not only to our wives and our family, but the commitment to our distributors. We really embrace that culture. A lot of you haven't met us yet, but when you get to know us, this is what embodies us as human beings, because we are really a family. Unfortunately, recently, last weekend, we have tragic news. One of our global ambassadors, Wang Ping, incredible story of where she came from rags to riches story, and how she built to a global ambassador. She unfortunately passed away last weekend in a tragic situation. So I want to take the time right now, just about 30 seconds, that we can just close our eyes and have a moment of silence and prayer for her and her team and her family. If we can just do that. Thank you very much. And also, dear friend of mine, dear friend of Dan's, and all of us out of Ireland. I know Sonia's on here. Incredible lady, leader out of the Irish market. Incredible person. When you spend some time with her, she's dear to us. So Sonia unfortunately her mother passed away last weekend. Want to send Sonia a big hug, prayers to you from all of us, and I'll turn it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. And thank you to everybody, again, that's here today. When we say family culture, we don't talk about it. We mean it. And it's important to us. So thank you for that, Joe. And I want to bring your attention to, in closing here, for those of you that perhaps are looking at us in regards to an opportunity. We got some incredible promotions that doesn't happen very often that you'll have an opportunity to be a part of. There is a time limit on here, but we're very excited about these opportunities. Let me go ahead and do this so I can share. I can share these promotions with all of you. So, and again, take a look at these dates here. This is for the North. We have the North American market. We got the India market. And we got the European market for this call. We obviously we have calls that cater to the other markets as well too. But December 1st through the 31st, you got another 10 days. We got incredible free product that is included with orders of 200 BVs and above. You definitely want to take a screenshot here, or you can get back to the person who obviously invited you here and they can share this information. But for those who are current distributors, this is a massive opportunity for you, because we have lots of people that order similar to this amount of products on a monthly basis because they love our products. It's an opportunity to get free products. So you definitely want to take a look at that promotion that's going on until December 31st, for a couple more days up until the 25th, for our premium Noni lovers, which is like almost 100%. This is an incredible product. We have a promotion going on right now. We also have, for those of you that don't know, we have a birthday promotion. So all of our distributors that have, let's say their birthday is in December, they have an opportunity a month before and a month after and during the month of their birthday, an opportunity to buy our featured product at 90% off. So again, we have that in our cordyceps product. The one I'm really excited about for all of you here today is not just for you, but also for the people that will be coming in. We got a tremendous amount of growth in December already with our new distributors coming in. We have a distributorship incentive that you can come in as a platinum distributor with a 625 BV order or more. It's like half off. And again, you don't really see this happen in NHT Global. So if you're not a platinum, here's an opportunity to become a platinum. But it's an opportunity for your new distributor to come in and share that, to build their organization by having, again, till December 31st to grow their organization with the same promotion. This is our end of the year business promotion for our EU market. Again, the person who perhaps invited you here, or you can reach out to us and we're more than happy to share the information for you. We have an incredible double direct bonus, product bonuses, a limited time business promotion. I know several in my organization that's taken advantage of this. If Cindy is on, I want to thank Cindy because Cindy did a tremendous job in helping one of my distributors. And again, when I say we have a family culture here, we don't talk about it, but we actually mean it. So thank you for that. And then we also have an incredible promotion For our India market, again, there's just a difference in dates. And these are promotions that, again, not just to help you, but to help the people in your organization grow. Again, the promotions are all with the end in mind, which is support. You heard this from Chris, you heard this from Joe, you heard this from Dan. It is all about supporting you as a distributor, but also to help your distributors that you're bringing in as well too. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Once again, I know a lot of people are going to watch the recording of this. Those of you that watched it live, thank you for joining us. I want to thank all the special guests, all the people that contributed to the event here today. From Dalibor to Joe, to Dan, to our president, to Ma Ling. We've got some great leaders that are on here, from Garth Wright to Sonia to Sarfraz. And again, I'm sorry, I may be missing some of you guys. There's lots of people that are on here live today. We love you and we thank you. We're going to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. And let's make 2025 your best year. Why? Because you can. Nobody's preventing you from having a better year in all areas of your life except for you. And we are here to support each and every one of you. So thank you, everybody, for joining us here. Have a fantastic end of 2024. We look forward to seeing you with your dreams, your goals, your teams in 2025 and beyond. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Good night. Thank you.
Good job, Andreas. Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you in 25.